everyone, and welcome to Blue Flame Fortunes. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for Capricorn, my earth sign. So this is a general reading, so do keep in mind the number one rule: take what resonates with you, leave what does not. So some of this might be your story, some of it might not. Just, pick what is. And, if all of it's for you, great. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know. And if none of it is, I'm sorry. I hope the next one is. I do invite you to look at your, sun, moon, and rising sign. And if you don't know your birth chart, also message me. Look me up on Blue Flame Fortunes on Facebook. Anyway, I will be happy to do it. I don't charge for anything like that because I just love it. I'm weird. I love it. So look into it. I invite you all to look into it. And if you need help with it, find me on Facebook, message me, and I will be happy to walk you through all of it. I'm a weird astrological nerd like that. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and delve into the Capricorn reading. So this is going to be for September of 2021. But also, most of my readings are timeless. So if it finds you in, 2025, and it resonates, like, hey, messages for you. I'm going to go ahead and pull an oracle card and get the energy of this reading. What's going on with my Capricorns? I'm always interested because Capricorn is my north node. So if you know anything about birth charts, it's like your mission. So I'm exceptionally interested. Ooh, this is the one. All right. It says, what do you feel? Are you questioning something? The energy that gives me immediately is that there's something going on in your life. There's so many things happening and you're really questioning what you feel versus what somebody else feels. Like where you end and they begin. Where do you end? Where's your line? What do you feel? What do you feel? It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It doesn't matter what anybody else has stated or decided. Like, what do you feel? I love that. You're letting something go. You're walking away from some idea and you're not really sure about it. But also you're walking towards something. So Eight of Cups, a lot of people think that, it's just this ultimate sadness and you're just unfulfilled and you're just letting things go. To me, that's half the story. You know what I mean? Like, you're not just walking away from, you're walking towards something. Because when you're walking, things are behind you, but there's something in front of you. So I'm curious to know what's in front of you, Capricorn. What are you walking towards? Leaving something behind is painful. It always is. Leaving this idea, this, behavioral pattern or some kind of lifestyle. Ooh. Two came out, and I'm going to read them both. This is your conflict area. So King of Swords and Queen of Pentacles. So you get a King and Queen as a conflict. So you have a serious conflict. So right now, King of Swords, this is that, going after what you believe in and being steadfast and strong and very just convicted, right? And Queen of Pentacles, she's like the catch, so it's stable, balanced, grounded, kind. So this tells me as your conflict, especially as you're walking away from something or walking towards something, you're not confident. You're not confident in taking this path, right? And why? King and Queen immediately pulled out as a conflict. Why are you not confident in walking towards the path and letting go of something? To me, maybe you're uncomfortable. Like, I get this vibe of stepping into the unknown is always uncomfortable. Like, it is. It's always uncomfortable. Like, you have no idea how that's going to turn out. You have no idea. And yet, it's your path. You have to decide what you feel about it. You can't listen to other people. It doesn't matter what other people say. Other people's opinions are irrelevant. It's what's right for you. And you're struggling with that. of Swords. Of course you'd be struggling with it. You've just come out of some serious choppy waters. You've dealt with just hellfire after hellfire. But you've learned from it. Like, you've moved away from it. You are. I mean, that's the part of walking away. Like, you feel bad of letting go of what you walked away from. Like, it hurts, but you know it's right for you. You know it's right for you. Interesting. I feel like this is about to be very profound. Like, I feel this very deep. Oof. Two keep, oh, three. King of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and Ten of Cups. But what's coming up in your future? That King of Pentacles, that's that ultimate ruler of your life, right? Like, you're about to take control of your life in a way that you've never done it before. And it's going to be in complete alignment with your authentic self, and you're going to be very responsible about it, and you're going to be very stable about it. Like, a bunch of stability is coming to you. Also with Ten of Cups, that perfect happiness, everything you ever dreamed of, like everything you've ever wanted. It just took letting go of this other idea, like letting that go and having this new fruition. And Knight of Swords. So Knight of Swords is a very fast card, and that's all. I mean, like, he's chasing a motorcycle with Odin's crow above. So it's a very divine path, and you're starting to chase it. You're starting to recognize that. And that's so beautiful. It's really hard to let go of things that, you know, you've been really connected to, or ideas you've been really connected to, or a path, or, you know, something you thought was right for you, and then you started to realize, it's not really for me. Like, it's not. But it's been your familiar. It's been your familiar. You're letting go of something that's familiar, and you're moving towards something that's unfamiliar, and it makes you kind of scared. You're walking towards it, though. I love that for you. I love that for you. You're moving out of choppy waters. You're moving into calmer waters. So things in your past that were very stressful for you, things that were very, you know, just, I wouldn't be surprised if when I clarified that, I drew like an 8 of Swords, you know, like jailhouse of your mind kind of thing. And you're starting to let all of those things go and open yourself. Because I feel a very closed off energy before. Very closed off, very insecure, that is just changing. It's changing. I don't know what's inspired the change, but kudos. Like, that's amazing. It's a very hard thing to do, is to change that path, and you've done it. You've redirected it. New opportunities. You're looking for new opportunities. You're ready to let those things go. You fought really hard to get there, and you're ready to let go of everything that's been holding you back, right? Like anything that has binded you. You're letting that go, and you are pursuing new opportunities. Your mind is ready to do it. Your ego is ready to do it. And getting your ego on board is like the hardest thing. Right? Your subconscious will scream at you and it'll tell you regardless. But getting your ego on board, that is really, really difficult. If you can get your ego in alignment with your subconscious, you're doing pretty good. You're there. You're fighting for it too. You're fighting for it. And so much happiness is going to come from that fight, so don't give up. Like, I just have this urge to tell you not to give up. Don't give up. Whatever you're fighting for right now, like, don't give up. Eight of Pentacles. You've been working on this for some time. I feel like people don't recognize it either. Like, I get this just random message. Sorry, my face, my hair keeps coming in my face and it's making me all itchy. But I have a lot of hair. But yeah, I feel like I just get this vibe that you've been working so hard for so long on this passion that you have, and you're so close to that like thing you need, right? Like that one thing. And if you give up before that, don't do that. So the moment that you get that weakness, the moment that you get that feeling like I can't carry on anymore, I can't do this anymore, like it's just become too hard, I can't open myself up to these opportunities. Like right after that, when you push through, like right after that is when you're going to start this brand new cycle that's going to bring in the 10 of Cups, and it's going to come in really fast after that, and it's going to be very stable. And you're going to feel really secure in it once you get there. You don't feel very secure in it now, but you're going to feel very secure in it once you get there. So I see you working on it hard too. You're working on it so hard. 8 of Pentacles is, I mean, look at her. She is sitting behind a desk with so many things in front of her, and it's all about just building something within yourself, building your passions, and just really putting in the work. Putting in the work. And you do that. And sometimes you have to sacrifice things, and maybe everybody wants to go out on Friday night, but you're studying. Maybe you're trying to get your PhD, or I don't know, maybe you're mastering a craft. Maybe you're opening a business. Something like that. But it's just this beautiful window. It's really a door. It's not even a window. Like, that just screamed at me really loudly. It's a door. It's not a window. And once you get there, you're working on it. You're working on picking that lock, and it's going to open so beautifully for you. So beautifully for you. But you're not in the right headspace for it. 3 of Swords. You're broken about something. You're distracted. I don't know what's distracting you. I'll clarify that in a minute. But you're heavily distracted. You're heavily distracted from the door that you need to focus. I mean, you're heavily focused, but you're also distracted. Like, that's an oxymoron. Like, that's kind of weird. Right? Like, that's kind of weird. Heavily focused, but very distracted. So, like, it means something very significant to you, but you're not giving it as much focus as you should. That's what it is. That's what it is. There's so many things that invite you or distract you as you see that? I heard noise. I'm like, oh, I'm distracted. I don't even know what that was, but it's that powerful. King of Cups at the very bottom. Underlying energy here going on. That is just so much love. But the King of Cups has 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So you're not fully committed. You haven't fully committed. There's some kind of insecurity. There's something that is distracting that keeps you from just being the full, taking that leap of faith. There's something keeping you from doing that. And it's whatever's distracting you. Thing that you're trying to walk away from, that 8 of Cups, your overall energy, like you're walking away from whatever it is that's distracting you. So don't stop walking away. Keep going forward. Keep going forward. You never want to go backwards. You've already been there and it didn't work out. Like, don't go backwards. The reason why you're so confused and you have this problem is the mental manipulation. That's the 5 of Swords. Look at him. He's got a headache. He has a headache. He's so stressed out. He is just, but Odin's crows right there are the same as earlier. You keep having crows. Messages keep coming to you. I would be surprised if you saw, things in your everyday life. Like if you drive past and saw a billboard that inspired you, or you just, you're constantly inspired and you know the direction. Like, Spirit is showing you your path. You know where you need to go, but you're resisting it. I get this. This to me is resistance, right? There is some kind of manipulation that keeps pulling you back, and it's that 3 of Swords energy. It's that distraction. The distraction keeps making you look away when you need to look forward. You have to look at it. I don't know why it has so much power to distract you. I'll ask that in a second. It's a very good question to ask. That's what I'm going to ask. That's what I'm very curious about. The World. That's a major. Have I pulled any majors? It's the first major I've pulled, yeah. I haven't pulled any majors. So this tells me that you're very into your emotions and your very present state, right? So the world, you're hoping, you have this whole vision of everything you want. You're hoping to get it, right? Like you know exactly the area you want to go in, but you're so distracted. You're so distracted from it. But that's the only major on the board right now. The world. Which is the letting go of things that don't serve you so that you can open up your world to all the things that do. So the moment that you stop being distracted and giving your focus to all the things that are holding you back, and you accept that those are just not for you, let them go. Let those things go. The moment you let those things go, you open up a brand new world. A brand new world. And I want to say, for some reason, self-confidence. Like, that just shouts in my head. Self-confidence. Something about self-confidence coming into you. The moment that you let go of whatever's distracting you, whatever is, you're investing in somebody else's opinions. That's also coming in my head. Like, instead of investing in other people's opinions, like, invest in your own opinions. Invest in your thought. And that's really difficult to do, right? Like, it is. I know it is. This is not easy. So, I can sit here. I'm just reading cards. So, like, I can sit here and say that all day long. I'm not saying it's easy. It's very difficult. And that is why Queen of Pentacles and King of Swords is your conflict. You are struggling with letting go of the idea that other people's opinions matter, right? And so you could be working in a job that relies on other people's opinions. You could be in marketing, you could be in sales, you could be in, so many jobs rely on that. But here, it's telling you to embrace your uniqueness, right? Like, you have something nobody else has. You're you, right? Like, you have something nobody else has. Embrace that. Like, embrace that and bring in your world. Bring in that happiness. Quit being distracted by everybody else's crows, right? Crows here, crows there, crows here, crows here. Like, crows. That's like so many birds in your ear, like little birdies telling you something. Quit paying attention to all the little birdies. Pay attention to your inner self. Bring in your world. Seven of Cups. You're going to have so many choices once you do that, and you get to pick. Once you open up your world, you get to pick. Now, Seven of Cups also advises you not to wear rose-colored glasses, because once you do that, a lot of things are going to look great when they're really not. So don't pick the first thing, right? Like, pick what's in alignment with yourself. And when you do that, the outcome is going to be finding the fulfillment you need, because you're Seven of Cups. The outcome is 7. And that is a lot about illusions and a lot about deception, kind of. It's about, if you're not paying attention, you're going to have a problem. But the outcome is, after you open yourself up, you stop listening to everybody else, and you pay attention to yourself, the outcome is you're going to pick the right cup. Right? Like, if you're not listening to everything else and you're going with it and you're finding what's in alignment with you, you're going to pick the right one. And you're going to move forward. And you're going to find the fulfillment that you've been fighting for this whole time, because I see it. Ace of Pentacles. An opportunity is being presented right before you. What are you doing with it? What are you doing with it? Are you going to grow it? I want to do some clarification. And I want to clarify this Eight of Pentacles, this brand new opportunity. Let's look at that. Give me something on this new opportunity. What's coming in here? Tell me about this new opportunity. So you have the Moon, Six of Wands, and Seven of Swords. So this brand new opportunity is giving you victory after the battle once you recognize all the hidden things that you don't want to look at, right? So like, this tells me that there are so many things that you have been blatantly ignoring. You've been blatantly ignoring them. So you have to stop. Like, you have to open your eyes up and recognize, right? Like, recognize what's right in front of you. Like, look at this guy. He's stealing a bunch of swords, but he can't carry them all. He leaves a trail behind, so you see it. Like, you see a little bit, but there's so much secretive. Like, the Moon is all about secrets and, you know, hidden things, stuff that you feel, but you don't see. That's what it is. You feel it, but you don't see it, right? So this new opportunity is inviting you to have victory of letting go of all the stuff you don't see, letting go of everybody else's ideas, letting go of any kind of manipulation, any kind of deception, any of that, and truly, I guess, stepping into yourself, stepping into your power. Because there's so much success here. I see it. I mean, 10 of Cups is in your future. 10 of Cups, ultimate happiness, like the dream, right? 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups are the two just perfection cards, right? I also want to know a little bit more about, I'm so confused on, I say 8 of Cups. Let's clarify your 8 of Cups, just because, what are you walking away from? I just want to know. I'm being nosy, okay? This is from me. I want to know what you're walking away from. What is that? What are you walking away from? That creates that Six of Swords, that movement out of choppy waters. What gave you so much strife beforehand that you have finally called it quits and are trying to walk away? But you're leaving that door cracked. I keep hearing that too. You're leaving a door cracked. Quit leaving door cracks. Like, door does not need to be cracked. Two of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, and Prince of Pentacles. So somebody gave you a very simple offer. So you had this idea, this hope and dream of something that would happen. It didn't pan out. It didn't pan out. Like, something was very ideal to you. It was a very beautiful picture. You thought it was going to be great. And this could be a relationship. Maybe somebody gave you, some kind of love, because generally, I do love readings more than anything, so I kind of lean that way. But I actually don't feel like this is about love at all. I think this is literally just about you and nothing else. Like, nothing else. But at the same time, like, it could have been a 10 of Swords, though, the ultimate betrayal, right? Like, that doesn't happen. You don't betray yourself. I guess you could, but here I don't feel that way. This is somebody gave you this offer and you really weighed your options and you really risked something. Like, you put yourself on the line, you risked something here. And when you did that, it kind of just bit you in the ass. And when that happened, it kind of put a sour taste in your mouth. And so you started to walk away from that, but you knew you were strong enough to walk away from it. Like, you knew you were, but at the same time, it did leave a permanent impression on you. So you ended a cycle and you're starting a new one. You have these new opportunities coming, but that's the moving out of choppy waters, moving into calmer waters. You're finally getting there and you're working on it very hard, but you question it. You question it. You've got that Three of Swords. Tell me about this Three of Swords. Just keep hearing doubt, 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 doubt. There's so much doubt. Tell me about this Three of Swords. Queen of Swords, the Chariot, 10 of Pentacles. That same idea that you thought was going to be wonderful, that you were betrayed, it was the dream. At that time, it's what you wanted and you really fought for it. And you were very clear and direct, but you didn't get that right back, did you? Everything that you thought was going to happen didn't happen. Everything that you knew, you kind of decided, so you don't trust yourself in that way. There's this lack of trust. And that's why everything that people tell you, that's why the environment is the Five of Swords. It was going to be perfect. It was supposed to be perfect, and it didn't work out. It didn't work out the way you thought it would. And so you've blinded yourself. You've hidden yourself. You question yourself. Let's get some advice. Seven of Cups in the outcome is telling me to tell you not to be jaded, right? Don't be jaded on what happened in the past, because it was supposed to happen. It didn't feel good at the time. Nobody likes that, but it was supposed to happen. It was supposed to happen because something is going to come in that's so much better, and you are going to be at the right place to appreciate it at the time, but you couldn't have without going through that, without going through that kind of disappointment and betrayal. That complete change of an idea of what you thought it was going to be versus what it really is. Give me some advice for my Capricorn that came out. So the Hierophant, King of Cups, Queen of Wands. So this is all about keeping to your traditions, keeping to what you know is your truth, right? Owning your truth, going deep within yourself, going after what you want, and owning your truth, right? You have things that you want to be heard. You have things that, you know, you want to show the world. And it's all about keeping yourself aligned and voicing your opinion. That's it. Like, voice your opinion. Go after what you want. Don't be afraid of it. Like, you're going to be hesitant. This shows me that you're going to be hesitant on trying to go after what you want, but like, don't be hesitant. State what you want. Go after it. Allow your honesty to flow through so that you can create that stability, that getting rid of the illusions, so that you can bring in your Ten of Cups. It's coming. And it's coming through communication, right? So like, the advice here with the Hierophant is, you know, it's a lot about confessions, right? It's about tradition and confessions. I mean, it's the Pope of the deck. And, you know, always confess to the Pope. Confess your inner thoughts and feelings. Go within. Decide what it is that is your passion and bring that to the world, because when you start running after this motorcycle era, you bring in the Ten of Cups and stability. And stability. I'm going to pull an oracle card. This one's more of love, so it might not resonate as much, but I mean, I just feel like I'm going to pull a self-love card here, because this is not a reading about anybody else. This is not about you with someone else. This is literally you versus the world. Which is why the world is the hopes and fears, right? Like, you versus the world. I think I might even title this video that, You versus the World. That's exactly how I feel with that. Actions speak loudly. Express your love through actions. So Capricorn, go forth and let your actions speak loudly. This is my reading for you. So if this resonated with you, I hope you give me your story and, you know, comment below. This is a new channel, so if you made it this far, thank you so much for supporting us. We're trying to grow. So every like, every subscribe, every share, all of that just, just helps us grow so much. So I'm exceptionally grateful for each and every single one of those. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, that's okay. I'll take a thumbs down. I just love feedback regardless. If you want to make my day, give me a GIF, an emoji, and don't forget to share.